Welcome to the latest episode of Branding the Experience, where we discuss ways where we can create environments where employees actually want to come to work and customers want to keep coming back. Hi, I'm Ken Bader, your host for Branding the Experience. I'm also the author of the latest book, The Formula for Business Success Equals B plus C plus S, a discussion on brand, culture, and strategy alignment. And our subject today is sales versus business development. And this has been a subject that I've delved into for many, many years, well before I even had my consulting firm, back in the 90s when I first got into sales, and then ended up working in the credit union industry where they called us business development professionals or business development representatives. And at the time I wondered, wow, okay, well that's basically just saying salesman. But it really is a very different focus and paradigm. And I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. But it's been brought to light lately this week, especially given the podcast I did on upselling when I went to the fast food restaurant and they kept saying, would you like to try a Hawaiian sandwich? and do you want this with that? Do you want mozzarella sticks? Yeah, they kept trying to upsell me in the drive-thru, and I know they train their people like that, so I don't blame the person in the fast food restaurant. But I found it to be really annoying. If I wanted it, I'd ask for it. That's when sales, can be a real negative thing. And also in the article that I shared with people earlier this week, how long does ticked off last? Where I talked about a story of my wife who will never go back to a particular BMW dealership. Even though she loves BMW, she'll probably buy another BMW, but she won't go back to a particular dealership because of a bad hard sale incident at this particular location many, many years ago, over a decade ago, before I even knew her. So it's all about the type of experience that you want to provide, and more importantly, that your customer wants to be provided to him or her. Is it a sales experience or a business development experience? And you may be thinking that it's just semantics. But if you look at the definitions of the words and really understand and read them, you get the picture of why you really want a business development experience over a sales experience. And when I do culture building and people ask, I want a sales culture here, it's like, no, you really, I know your brand and your culture now, you really don't want a sales culture. And the reason that you don't, and here, let me pull up sales right now. Transfer of property for money or credit. The word sale or sales is concentrated on the transaction, to basically push or force a transaction. In fact, let's even put in selling. To persuade or induce someone to buy something. Now that's key right there. To persuade or induce someone to buy something. Now, in today's age, who enjoys being sold? You want somebody to help you make an informed decision, but you don't want to be sold. You don't want to feel like something's been pushed on you. So, do you really want a sales culture? Do you want to provide a sales experience? I would argue in most industries and in most places, especially in the service businesses that I work with, the answer is no. But let's look at business development. Now we've got to put in the two words separately. I'm on dictionary.com. If we pull up the definition of business, let's look at the word business as an adjective, because in the word business development, business is an adjective. So as an adjective, of noting or pertaining to business, its organizations or its procedures, or containing suitable for or welcoming business or commerce. That is a very important part of the definition. Unlike sales or selling in order to induce a transaction, induce someone to buy something, the definition of business as an adjective is welcoming business or commerce, not pushing, but saying, I'm open for business. I want to do business with you. I don't know if you want to do business with me yet, but hey, I'm here and I want you to feel comfortable in transacting business with me. So let's pull up the definition of development. A significant consequence or event, the act or process of developing, growth, progress. The act or process. So business, meaning I'm welcoming you in the process of developing or growth or progress. That's business development. That suggests that there's actually a relationship, that there's actually a give and take, that there's actually a conversation going on. Go figure. And not just a one-sided, hey, I want to push something on you. Now, you may be thinking, wow, this is kind of sophomoric, and we have a sales culture here, or whatever you want to call it, but we certainly don't push product down people's throats. Business development culture, whatever, it's just semantics. But you know what? The meaning of words are very important, especially in the minds of the employees. Remember, as I talk about, in terms of culture, you want to create an experience. It's branding the experience. We want to create an experience both for and through our employees. So that's going to support the brand. So if we don't have our employees' mind straight on what we actually mean by sales or business development, and obviously, I suggest using words like business development or proactive or relationship building or something other than sales, something that focuses on the individual and not on the product or transaction. Because if we focus on the individual, it gives us all types of different solutions to try and help that person and build our business, rather than looking at the product and saying, I need to get this off the shelf, or I need to get this service into this particular client's hands. So think business development instead of sales. It will help you brand the experience on a much higher level, first for your employees and then for those you serve. Thank you for spending some time with me today, and here's hoping that you're branding the experience at a very high level. Take care.